Imagine for a moment living a life where the fear of fading strength, wobbly steps, and losing your cherished independence simply vanishes. What if the secret to defying the silent creep of muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, wasn't locked away in some obscure supplement or grueling gym routine, but nestled right in your refrigerator? For too long, cheese has been unfairly branded a villain. Too fatty, too salty, an indulgence to be avoided. But what if I told you this delicious, everyday food, when chosen wisely, could be your unexpected champion in the fight to rebuild and reclaim your muscles, especially after the age of 65? This isn't just about enjoying a tasty treat. It's about unlocking a powerful natural tool that doctors and researchers are increasingly recognizing as a game changer for seniors. Stay with me, because in this video, I'm going to reveal 3 specific, incredible cheeses that are brimming with the proteins, fats, and vital nutrients your aging muscles are absolutely craving. These aren't your ordinary snack cheeses. They are potent, natural muscle repair agents, quietly waiting to surprise you with their transformative power. If you stick around until the very end, I'll even show you precisely how to integrate them into your daily life for maximum strength and minimal risk, ensuring you don't miss out on this life-altering knowledge. For nearly 3 decades, as Dr. Thomas Reed, I've dedicated my career to helping older adults regain their strength and mobility. And through these years, I've unearthed a truly astonishing truth. The right kind of cheese isn't just safe, it can actually be one of the most profoundly effective foods for preserving and even increasing muscle mass long after your 65th birthday. The good news is, sarcopenia, that insidious muscle loss affecting millions, is far from an inevitable fate. Today, I'm excited to share how 3 utterly delicious and readily available cheeses can empower you to remain strong, steady, and vibrant, extending your independence far beyond what you might have ever imagined. So, prepare to take notes, because this information is genuinely something you'll want to remember. Let's begin with a true workhorse in the world of muscle building: cottage cheese. Now, I understand what many of you might be thinking. Cottage cheese often conjures up images of outdated diet plans from decades past. However, this unassuming dairy delight is, in fact, one of the most potent muscle-building foods readily available to older adults today. Its unique properties make it an exceptional choice for anyone looking to combat muscle loss. What truly elevates cottage cheese to such a special status is its remarkable nutritional profile. A mere half-cup serving of low-fat cottage cheese delivers a substantial 14 grams of high-quality protein, all for a surprisingly low 81 calories. This means that an impressive almost 70% of the calories in cottage cheese are derived directly from protein. To put that into perspective, consider regular cheddar cheese, where only about 24% of its calories come from protein. This stark comparison clearly illustrates why cottage cheese operates in a league of its own, but the benefits extend beyond just the sheer quantity of protein. Each half-cup serving of cottage cheese contains over 1 gram of leucine, a critical amino acid. Think of leucine as the essential key that ignites your muscle-building engine. As we age, our muscles tend to become more resistant to growth, meaning they require a greater amount of leucine to receive the signal to repair and strengthen. Research indicates that older adults ideally need approximately 3 grams of leucine at each meal to effectively trigger new muscle growth. Therefore, a single serving of cottage cheese provides you with roughly 1/3 of this crucial amount, making it an excellent starting point. A significant advantage of cottage cheese, particularly for my older patients, is its exceptional ease of consumption. Many individuals share with me that they struggle with chewing tougher meats or have experienced a diminished appetite as they've gotten older. Cottage cheese, with its soft, creamy texture, is incredibly gentle on the digestive system, making it an ideal protein source. It can be enjoyed straight from its container, mixed with fresh fruit for a nutritious breakfast, or even blended seamlessly into smoothies where its mild flavor becomes virtually undetectable. The primary protein found in cottage cheese is casein, a detail of immense importance for older adults. Casein is widely recognized as a slow-release protein, meaning it delivers a steady, sustained stream of amino acids to your muscles over an extended period of 6 to 8 hours. This acts like a time-release muscle protector, diligently working on your behalf throughout the day and especially overnight. Consuming cottage cheese before bed, for instance, can play a pivotal role in preventing your body from breaking down precious muscle tissue while you sleep, an often overlooked benefit. The scientific evidence supporting cottage cheese is truly compelling. Studies involving nearly 1,000 elderly participants demonstrated that those who regularly incorporated cottage cheese into their daily routines experienced significant gains in muscle mass over time. The slow digesting casein protein was particularly effective at preserving muscle, even during periods of reduced activity. Incorporating cottage cheese into your daily diet is both simple and delicious. For breakfast, consider mixing it with a vibrant array of berries and a delicate drizzle of honey. The natural sweetness complements the cheese perfectly, providing a blend of protein and vital antioxidants. If your palate leans towards savory flavors, combine cottage cheese with finely chopped tomatoes, crisp cucumber, and fresh herbs such as dill or chives. At lunchtime, it serves as an excellent protein-rich base for homemade dips or spreads. For dinner, cottage cheese can be wonderfully integrated into casseroles or even used as a lighter, healthier alternative to ricotta in your favorite pasta dishes. If you initially find the texture challenging, try blending it with fruit to create a smooth, protein-packed smoothie. You genuinely won't taste the cottage cheese, but you'll reap all its incredible muscle-building benefits. Some of my patients even substitute it for mayonnaise in chicken or tuna salad, adding a protein boost while reducing less beneficial fats. For optimal results, aim for a serving of half a cup to a full cup daily. I particularly recommend consuming it at breakfast, as your muscles are most receptive to protein first thing in the morning after an overnight fast. This morning dose of cottage cheese can effectively prime your body for enhanced muscle building throughout the entire day. Our second formidable muscle-building champion might come as a pleasant surprise. It's Parmesan cheese, or as the Italians lovingly call it, Parmigiano Reggiano. While you might typically associate Parmesan with a light sprinkle over pasta, this magnificent aged cheese is, in reality, one of the most nutrient-dense and potent muscle-building foods you can possibly find. The true marvel of Parmesan lies in its concentrated nutritional power. Just 1 ounce, roughly the size of your thumb, delivers over 10 grams of complete protein. This exceptional density makes it one of the highest protein concentrations among all cheeses, an invaluable asset for older adults who may naturally consume smaller portions than they once did. However, where Parmesan truly shines is during its meticulous aging process, which, for authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, spans a minimum of 24 months. During this lengthy maturation, natural enzymes within the cheese meticulously break down its proteins into smaller, more easily digestible fragments. It's almost as if the cheese has been predigested for you, significantly reducing the burden on your stomach and entire digestive system. This is a crucial advantage for older adults, whose digestive efficiency often diminishes with age. Many of my patients report feeling bloated or uncomfortable after consuming other protein-rich foods, but Parmesan, thanks to its unique enzymatic breakdown, is remarkably gentle and easy to assimilate. Furthermore, after 2 years of aging, authentic Parmesan contains virtually no lactose, making it an excellent option even for individuals who are lactose intolerant, allowing them to enjoy its benefits without discomfort. Beyond its impressive protein content, Parmesan is also an undeniable powerhouse of calcium. A single ounce provides 331 milligrams of calcium, fulfilling approximately 25% of your daily requirement. While calcium is widely known for its role in bone health, it is equally indispensable for proper muscle function. Every single muscle contraction in your body relies on calcium to perform effectively. Without an adequate supply, your muscles simply cannot perform at their peak, regardless of how much protein you're consuming. Recent research has uncovered a fascinating link between calcium and muscle loss in older adults, demonstrating that individuals with insufficient daily calcium intake face a significantly higher risk of losing muscle mass as they age. Thus, when you enjoy Parmesan, you're not merely fueling muscle growth with protein, you're also providing the essential calcium those muscles need to contract efficiently and maintain their strength. I understand that the mention of authentic Parmigiano Reggiano might bring concerns about its cost. However, here's a key insight about Parmesan. Because its nutrients are so incredibly concentrated, you genuinely don't need to consume large quantities to reap its benefits. A modest 1 to 2 ounces daily is sufficient to make a significant positive impact on your muscle health. This equates to only about 2 tablespoons when grated fresh. And speaking of grating it fresh, this detail is immensely important. Those pre-grated containers found in stores simply cannot compare to the real thing. Freshly grated Parmesan offers superior flavor, enhanced nutrition, and you'll often find yourself satisfied with smaller amounts due to its intensely rich taste. Incorporating Parmesan into your daily routine is effortlessly simple. For breakfast, try grating it generously over scrambled eggs. This combination provides over 20 grams of protein, setting you up for a strong start to your day. At lunchtime, sprinkle it liberally over soups and salads. Its rich, savory depth elevates the taste of any dish. For dinner, use it to enhance roasted vegetables or create a simple, protein-rich gratin with cauliflower or broccoli. You can even enjoy small, satisfying chunks of Parmesan as a standalone snack, perhaps paired with a few nuts or a piece of fruit. The harmonious blend of protein, calcium, and robust flavor makes it incredibly satiating. When purchasing, look for wheels distinctly marked Parmigiano Reggiano with the characteristic pin dot branding around the rind. Investing in authentic Parmesan is truly worthwhile, as its superior nutrition and flavor mean you'll be content with smaller portions, making it quite economical in the long run. Now, let's explore our third secret weapon in the fight against muscle loss: ricotta cheese, the fast-acting muscle builder. This particular cheese holds a very special secret that sets it apart from almost all other cheeses. Ricotta is uniquely crafted from whey, which is the nutrient-rich liquid byproduct remaining after other cheeses are produced. While it might sound like a mere leftover, this origin actually imbues ricotta with some truly extraordinary muscle-building properties. Allow me to explain precisely why this distinction is so vital. When you consume most conventional cheeses, you primarily ingest casein protein, which, as we discussed with cottage cheese, digests slowly over several hours. However, ricotta contains a significant amount of whey protein, and whey protein is renowned as the fastest absorbing protein available. Your body can rapidly absorb and begin utilizing whey protein within a remarkable 30 to 60 minutes of consumption. For the critical task of building muscle in older adults, this speed of absorption is incredibly important. Consider this scenario. After a brisk walk around your neighborhood or some light gardening, your muscles are primed and eagerly awaiting nutrients. When you eat ricotta, those swiftly absorbed whey proteins reach your muscles precisely when they are most receptive and capable of utilizing them effectively for repair and growth. A half-cup serving of whole milk ricotta provides a robust 14 grams of protein, comparable to cottage cheese, but with a distinct and advantageous amino acid profile. Ricotta is particularly rich in what scientists refer to as branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs. These specialized amino acids possess the unique ability to travel directly to your muscle tissue, entirely bypassing your liver, allowing them to immediately get to work on muscle repair and stimulating new growth. What makes ricotta especially valuable for older adults is its incredibly smooth, luxuriously creamy texture. Many of my patients who experience dental issues or difficulties with swallowing find ricotta far easier to consume than many other protein sources. Its naturally mild flavor ensures it doesn't overpower other ingredients, and it blends beautifully into both sweet and savory culinary creations. Furthermore, ricotta is naturally lower in sodium compared to most other cheeses. It contains only about 100 milligrams of sodium per half-cup serving, a stark contrast to the over 400 milligrams found in many other cheese varieties. This is a critical benefit, as many older adults need to carefully monitor their sodium intake for optimal heart health and blood pressure management. The research specifically on ricotta is particularly compelling. In one significant study, participants who consumed approximately 3/4 of a cup of ricotta daily not only gained valuable muscle mass, but also demonstrated marked improvements in their balance test scores and overall physical performance. The men in the study, in particular, exhibited dramatically improved muscle strength over a mere 90-day period. But there's yet another overlooked benefit to ricotta. The whey protein it contains has been shown to contribute to lower blood pressure and improved cardiovascular health. This means you're not just building muscle, you're actively supporting your heart's well-being simultaneously. For older adults, this dual advantage is truly invaluable. Ricotta is astonishingly versatile in the kitchen. Unlike cottage cheese, which has a very distinctive texture, ricotta is smooth and creamy with a delicate flavor that complements almost any dish. For breakfast, try mixing ricotta with a touch of honey and a sprinkle of cinnamon, then spreading it generously on whole grain toast. It's like a protein-rich, healthier version of cream cheese. At lunchtime, ricotta serves as an excellent base for dips. Blend it with fresh herbs and use it with crunchy vegetables, or spread it in sandwiches as a wholesome alternative to mayonnaise. For dinner, ricotta can be stuffed into vegetables like bell peppers or zucchini, layered into comforting casseroles, or mixed into pasta sauces to impart a creamy texture and significant protein boost. You can even incorporate ricotta into desserts. Mix it with a little cocoa powder and honey for a surprisingly healthy chocolate mousse, or blend it with your favorite fruits for a protein-packed smoothie. Some of my patients ingeniously use ricotta in baking, replacing a portion of the flour in pancakes or muffins to significantly enhance their protein content. When selecting ricotta, opt for whole milk ricotta for maximum protein and a greater sense of satiety. While part-skim versions are lower in calories, they may not deliver the same robust muscle-building benefits. Look for brands with minimal ingredients, ideally just milk, vinegar or citric acid, and salt. The optimal time to consume ricotta is within 2 hours after any form of physical activity, even something as simple as gardening or taking a leisurely walk. Due to its fast-absorbing whey protein, ricotta provides rapid amino acid delivery to your muscles during that critical window when they are most primed for repair and growth. Now that you're aware of which cheeses to embrace, let's delve into the crucial aspect of when to consume them, because timing can profoundly influence their effectiveness. Recent groundbreaking research has unveiled fascinating insights into meal timing that challenge many long-held beliefs about eating. For years, conventional wisdom has dictated that dinner should be our largest meal. However, when it comes to effectively building and maintaining muscle after the age of 65, breakfast actually presents your most significant opportunity. Here's why this timing is so critical. After a night's sleep, your body has been in a fasting state for approximately 8 to 10 hours. During this prolonged period, your body has been breaking down muscle tissue to supply energy for its essential functions. Your very first meal of the day is your crucial chance to swiftly transition your body from a state of muscle breakdown to one of active muscle building. Studies clearly demonstrate that older adults who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast consistently exhibit much better muscle protein synthesis throughout the entire day, especially when compared to those who opt for a typical low-protein breakfast of toast and coffee. Yet, regrettably, most individuals over 65 consume only about 8 grams of protein at breakfast, a quantity nowhere near sufficient to effectively trigger the vital muscle-building process. This is precisely where our 3 remarkable cheeses become incredibly powerful tools. Imagine a breakfast combining half a cup of cottage cheese mixed with vibrant berries, then topped with a generous ounce of freshly grated Parmesan. This delicious combination provides you with an impressive 24 grams of high-quality protein and over 2 grams of leucine, more than enough to decisively shift your body from breaking down muscle to actively building it up. However, timing isn't solely about breakfast. It also encompasses how you distribute protein intake throughout your entire day. Many older adults inadvertently adopt what I refer to as the light-heavy eating pattern, consuming very little protein at breakfast and lunch, then attempting to compensate with a substantial portion of meat at dinner. Unfortunately, this imbalanced approach is far from optimal for aging muscles. Your muscles have a limited capacity to utilize protein for building new tissue at any one time, typically around 25 to 35 grams. If you consume a massive 60 grams of protein at dinner, your body cannot efficiently store the excess for later use. It's akin to trying to hydrate a plant by dumping an entire bucket of water on it once a day, instead of providing smaller, more consistent amounts throughout the day. The ideal pattern for effectively combating muscle loss is to aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at each of your main meals. This balanced approach could look like cottage cheese mixed with fruit at breakfast, a sandwich featuring ricotta and vegetables at lunch, and your regular dinner topped with freshly grated parmesan. There's one more timing secret that can truly amplify your results. If you engage in any form of physical activity, even something as simple as a 15-minute walk around the neighborhood or some light gardening, make it a point to consume one of these muscle-building cheeses within 2 hours afterward. Research emphatically shows that the combination of physical activity followed by protein intake creates a far more powerful muscle-building response than either component alone. This doesn't necessitate vigorous exercise. Even gentle activities like walking, stretching, or performing household chores contribute as physical activity for your muscles. The crucial element is consuming protein while your muscles are still in that responsive post-activity state. One of the most frequent questions I encounter from my patients is precisely how much cheese they should be eating daily. Let me provide you with specific practical guidelines rooted in the most effective research. First, let's determine your overall daily protein needs. Current recommendations for adults over 65 suggest an intake of 1 to 1.2 grams of protein for every kilogram of body weight. To calculate this for yourself, take your weight in pounds and divide it by 2.2 to convert it into kilograms. Then, multiply that resulting number by 1.2. For instance, if you weigh 150 pounds, that equates to approximately 68 kilograms. Multiplying 68 by 1.2 indicates that you need about 82 grams of protein each day. Naturally, you won't derive all of this protein solely from cheese. A balanced diet requires a variety of sources. However, cheese can contribute a significant portion, particularly at meals where other protein sources might be less prevalent. Based on the research studies that demonstrated the most favorable outcomes, here's my recommended daily cheese intake. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of our muscle-building cheeses each day, with each serving providing between 10 to 15 grams of protein. This could translate to half a cup of cottage cheese at breakfast, an ounce of parmesan at lunch, and a third of a cup of ricotta at dinner. This strategic combination alone would provide you with approximately 35 to 40 grams of protein from cheese, fulfilling roughly half of your total daily protein requirements. Now, I anticipate some concerns regarding calories and fat content. While it's true that cheese contains fat, remember that we are discussing specific controlled portions, not unlimited quantities. The total caloric intake from these recommended cheese servings would typically fall between 300 to 400 calories per day, which is a very reasonable and manageable amount as part of a well-balanced diet. The paramount factor here is consistency. The studies that yielded the most impressive results involve participants consuming cheese every single day for a minimum of 60 to 90 days. You simply cannot expect to see significant muscle gains by eating cheese only once or twice a week. Think of it like taking a daily vitamin. It must become a consistent, regular component of your routine. I always emphasize to my patients that viewing cheese as an investment in their future independence is key. The modest amount of extra calories you might consume now could be the crucial difference between effortlessly climbing stairs at 80 and struggling with basic daily activities. While the research unequivocally demonstrates that cheese alone can significantly aid in combating muscle loss, combining it with the right kind of exercise creates what scientists term a synergistic effect. This means the combined results become far greater than what you would achieve from either cheese consumption or exercise in isolation. The most effective type of exercise for building muscle is known as resistance training. Now, before visions of heavy barbells and complex gym machinery fill your mind, let me immediately put your mind at ease. Resistance training for older adults can be as straightforward as repeatedly getting up and down from a chair, performing push-ups against a wall, or using simple elastic resistance bands. Here's what the science tells us about this incredibly powerful combination. When you engage in resistance exercises and then consume one of our muscle-building cheeses within 2 hours, your muscles respond with significantly greater strength and growth than they would to the cheese alone. In fact, this potent combination has been shown to restore what researchers describe as a youthful muscle-building response, even in individuals well over 80 years old. The beauty of this approach is that you don't need to exercise every single day. Research indicates that resistance training performed just 2 to 3 times per week is ample to maintain and build muscle, especially when coupled with adequate protein intake. On days when you don't engage in formal exercise, you can still continue to enjoy your cheese servings, providing a steady stream of vital nutrition to your muscles. Even everyday activities contribute to resistance training. Gardening, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, and even vigorous housework all provide the kind of muscle stimulus that synergizes effectively with protein intake. The core principle is to remain active and then consistently fuel your muscles with the precise nutrients they need. While cheese can be an exceptionally powerful ally in building muscle, it's vital to address some important considerations, particularly if you have specific health conditions or concerns. Let's start with lactose intolerance, which tends to become more prevalent with age. The encouraging news is that the cheeses we've highlighted are generally much better tolerated than regular milk. Aged Parmesan, for instance, contains virtually no lactose due to its extensive aging process. Cottage cheese and ricotta do contain some lactose, but in significantly smaller quantities than milk. If you are lactose intolerant, I recommend starting with small amounts and carefully observing how you feel. You can also explore lactase enzyme supplements taken before consuming cheese to aid digestion. For those managing high blood pressure, attention to sodium content is crucial. Parmesan is naturally higher in sodium due to its curing process. The sodium levels in cottage cheese can vary widely between brands. Some varieties may contain over 400 milligrams per half cup, while readily available low-sodium versions offer less than 100 milligrams. Ricotta, notably, is naturally lower in sodium. When you're grocery shopping, make a point to seek out low-sodium options where available, and always balance your cheese intake with an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables to support overall cardiovascular health. If you are mindful of your cholesterol levels, I have some reassuring information. Recent large-scale studies involving thousands of participants have consistently shown that regular cheese consumption, when integrated as part of a balanced diet, does not significantly elevate the risk of heart disease in most individuals. The key lies in responsible portion control and selecting the right types of cheese. Adhere to the serving sizes we've discussed, and if you have particular concerns, consider opting for lower-fat versions such as part-skim ricotta or low-fat cottage cheese. For individuals taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, it is essential to maintain a consistent cheese intake from day to day. Cheese contains vitamin K, which can interact with these medications if your consumption fluctuates dramatically. The solution is not to eliminate cheese, but rather to consume it consistently and ensure your doctor is aware that cheese is a regular part of your daily diet. Finally, for anyone with kidney disease or reduced kidney function, a high protein intake can pose a challenge. If you have any kidney-related health issues, it is imperative that you consult with your doctor before significantly increasing your protein intake through cheese or any other dietary source. Now let's synthesize all this valuable information into a practical, actionable plan that you can begin implementing today. I'm going to walk you through precisely how to seamlessly incorporate these 3 powerful cheeses into your daily routine to achieve maximum muscle-building benefits. First, revolutionize your breakfast by transforming it into a dedicated muscle-building meal. Within an hour of waking, aim to consume half a cup to a full cup of cottage cheese. You can mix it with vibrant fresh berries for a boost of antioxidants and natural sweetness, or if you prefer savory flavors, combine it with finely chopped tomatoes and fresh herbs. If cottage cheese initially isn't to your taste, try ricotta spread on whole grain toast with a delicate drizzle of honey and a sprinkle of cinnamon instead. The overarching goal here is to achieve 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast, effectively kickstarting your muscle building processes for the entire day. For lunch, get creative with integrating Parmesan into whatever you're eating. Grate a generous ounce over your salad, soup, or sandwich. The rich, savory flavor of Parmesan not only enhances other foods, but also makes your meals far more satisfying. If you're opting for a lighter lunch, consider adding ricotta as a spread or a versatile dip base with your favorite vegetables. Remember, your aim is to consume another 25 to 30 grams of protein at this meal to maintain consistent muscle support throughout the afternoon. At dinner, employ cheese strategically to significantly boost the protein content of your evening meal. If you're enjoying pasta, blend ricotta directly into the sauce for an indulgent creaminess and a substantial protein injection. When preparing vegetables, top them generously with freshly grated Parmesan. If your main dish already provides ample protein from meat or fish, you might opt for just a small amount of cheese or save it for a wholesome evening snack. Always keep these muscle-building cheeses readily accessible for snacks as well. Small, convenient containers of cottage cheese, pre-portioned ricotta, or even small chunks of Parmesan can provide quick, essential nutrition after physical activity or between meals when you need an energy boost. For example, imagine spending just 10 minutes performing some simple exercises, standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 times, doing 10 push-ups against the wall, and lifting your arms up and down with light weights or even water bottles. This gentle routine might take you a mere 10 minutes. If you follow this activity with a snack of cottage cheese or a meal that includes Parmesan or ricotta, your muscles will utilize that protein far more effectively than if you had consumed the cheese while being sedentary all day. It's as if the exercise awakens your muscles, making them more receptive and hungry for the nutrients you're providing. I highly recommend maintaining a simple journal for the first few weeks. Make a note of which cheeses you consumed, how much, and when you ate them. After just 2 weeks, begin to pay close attention to any changes in your energy levels, how easily you perform daily activities, or your general sense of strength. After 30 days, you might start noticing that tasks like carrying groceries or rising from chairs feel noticeably easier. And after 90 days, you should observe significant and measurable improvements in your muscle strength and overall physical function. Many people are genuinely astonished by the remarkable transformation they witness in just 3 short months. As we conclude our time together, let me offer you clear, specific action steps you can take today to immediately embark on your muscle-building cheese journey. First, make an intentional trip to your grocery store and purchase all 3 cheeses we've discussed: cottage cheese, authentic Parmesan, and ricotta cheese. Buy enough to last at least a week, allowing you to experiment with various ways of eating them and discover what you enjoy most. Second, take a moment to calculate your precise daily protein needs using the straightforward formula I shared earlier. Write this number down and place it somewhere highly visible, perhaps on your refrigerator, as a daily reminder of your important goal. Third, meticulously plan your meals for tomorrow, ensuring that each meal incorporates 25 to 30 grams of protein, with at least one of our 3 muscle-building cheeses expertly integrated. Fourth, if you are not currently engaged in some form of physical activity, start incredibly small. Commit to just 5 minutes of simple movements. This could be standing up and sitting down from a chair, performing push-ups against a wall, or lifting light weights or water bottles. Plan to do this just 2 or 3 times this week, nothing overwhelming, just a gentle start. Fifth, mark your calendar for 90 days from today. That is the point when you should pause and assess how you feel, how much stronger you've become, and what positive changes you've noticed in your daily life. The transformation many people experience in just 3 months is truly amazing.